Welcome to New Vision News, your nonprofit and small business information source. I'm your host, Kimberly Guess. We're going to jump right into our business segment with Visionary Networking Circle, who is a platform for entrepreneurs and business professionals who wish to build their business relationships. Come out and meet innovative business owners at VNC's monthly meeting, which is held every third Wednesday of the month. This week's meeting will be Marketing of the Masters. Members and non-members are encouraged to come and share upcoming events and meet people that can create partnerships and help grow your wealth. The next meeting will be Wednesday, May 24th at 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Atlan at White Oak Clubhouse, 200 Wickerleaf Way, Garner, North Carolina. For more information, visit Eventbrite, search May Marketing Masters, or visit Visionary Networking Circle LLC on Facebook. Twisted Attic specializes in all types of arts, including canvas painting, airbrushing, graphics, poetry, glass etching, and much more. Most of the art is for sale through PayPal. They offer free shipping with every purchase and also do commission art. Just send an email. Do you need to write a resume or need to update an old one and need some help? Custom Resume can assist you, a new small business that offers resume writing, rebuilding, LinkedIn tips, professional headshots, and personal branding. Email them for a quote at customresume919@gmail.com. The Queen of Me is an organization that is transforming the lives of young girls and women through rebounding and rediscovering self-purpose. The CEO and President, Shonda Smith, is on a mission to reach 1,000 girls in 2017 to introduce the new Queen Code, concepts on having healthier conversations about child sexual abuse. Here's her promotional video.
But if you really want that best quality life that's promised to all of us, it starts with using the very things that He gave you. You already have it down inside of you. So I'm not here to talk to you about your self-worth. You are worthy. You know that. You were born that way. You're already excellent, already beautiful, already amazing, already talented. So the dream that is inside of you, that passion, once you tap into that, that's when you achieve your best quality of life. But I want you to really, give it your best thought. Really go there for just a few seconds. What is your dream? What's your passion? What would your life be like if you've actually achieved that passion? Just think about it. What is life like? If money was put to the side, fear was put to the side, what would life be like? How does it make you feel living in your passion? Eyes still closed, just squeeze that hand a little bit tighter. I'm going to go ahead and stop this activity right here. I wish I had a little bit more time. I have so much more to give.
Shonda is a former teacher, licensed hairstylist, and salon owner. She's currently working on a children's book. For more information, contact her at shondasmith.com. Coming up next, more insight on Nu Vision Foundation for Life and the Job Start program.
The producers are kind of focused on those kind of people, the stereotypical Cadillac, pimping, the pulpit type ministry. Yeah.
I think the point she's trying to make here is use laws to manage sinful lifestyle.
Are you saying a Christ-like individual can't take shots for church? I'm just saying it's hard for me to put the church part into the shot.
I believe if Jesus listened to Drake, he would say he got fake people showing they love him. Straight up to his face, because somebody lied. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm DeAndre Bennett, and I'm one of your hosts on Views from the Pew. I'm here to bring a youthful perspective. You know, I'm probably the only person on the show that knows what a hashtag is. But I'm also here to let everybody know that you can be young, fly, and saved. So join us and be a part of the conversation on Views from the Pew.
This is DG McGee of DG McGee Motivates. I'm just concerned. What is this that I am hearing about fear? What is this I'm hearing about being stuck? What can I do to get unstuck? You want to be safe and convenient? Do you want to do what other people do? That means you're okay with being average because you don't want to take a risk. I want to make my mark. And safe and convenient people don't leave marks. We need to ensure that we are always watching our children because they're watching us. What are we showing them? What legacy are we leaving our children? If you can't write down 5 names of people right now that are on the same page that you're on, then you need a new set of friends. But those that are successful are the ones that sleep well at night because they are maximizing every second, every moment of the day. This is DG McGee of DG McGee Motivates. Thank you so much for watching.
Drop. Good evening. I really don't have anything to say, but I hope you're feeling well. We would like to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. This is what we call the Love Album. Let's go. I would like to introduce that no. One time. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. You now rocking with your best.
You are watching Nu Vision News, your small business, nonprofit information source.
Nu Vision Foundation for Life is an organization that I started in 2006. Wanting to get to know more about the parents of the children I was working with, I relaunched my program in 2010. I am now working with ladies that are currently incarcerated, and upon being released, they are sent to a Job Start program through the prison and Wake Tech Community College. Here's a special day with Job Start. And the name of my organization is Nu Vision Foundation for Life. My organization partners with other organizations in the community to offer workshop, job skills, personal hygiene items, and emergency services while they're transitioning back into the community. Most of the ladies that I'm working with are transitioning from the prison, the shelter. We partnered with Interfaith Food Shuttle, which comes in and teaches them how to provide healthy meals for their families. It shows them budgeting skills, the calories and different things that you should know when you're preparing a meal. Today is our last day with Interfaith Food. They've been working with the ladies for about 6 weeks, and today is the graduation for the ladies, and they're going to be having a contest, which is going to last about 15 minutes, where they're going to be using all of the food groups, and we're going to be giving out certificates after the class is over, and just talk about some of the things that they've learned throughout this past 6 weeks.
Kim Winborn,
So I'm gonna take her when I get out of here for the 8.
and
So she's gonna teach all the ladies about the class?
right, the financial
She's
thing.
gonna just do it through there, so she need to go ahead and get her class.
So she went through a brief, orientation, but she's going to try to come back on the 3rd and do the full one. That way she can come in. Now, Thrifty Gift got bags too, but I think they charge you $1.50.
Bring it. Hey, try over here, by these computers. These, again over here by these computers.
It smells good.
This is urban camping.
What's one of the most important things we can do to prevent the spread of foodborne illnesses when cooking?
Don't cook.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. All right, which one?
Safe. Keeping it safe for 400.
Hey, I'm Carly Biawick, and I'm actually serving in AmeriCorps year. So that means that I work directly for an organization in my community, and so I am placed at Interfaith Food Shuttle, which is a food bank that serves a couple different county areas around Raleigh. And so as a food bank, we do distribute food, but we also have an urban agriculture piece. So with that urban agriculture piece, we have a teaching farm, and we also have a couple of urban gardens. And on top of that, we have a nutrition department. With our nutrition department, we actually are able to implement courses through the Cooking Matters campaign that was started by our national partner, Share Our Strength. And their goal is to end childhood hunger by the year 2050. So that's a pretty hefty goal, but we really do believe that we can reach that goal. And so we're working and implementing these courses, and we work with, we target low-income populations so that we can teach them food resource management skills, we teach them culinary skills, and we also dive into nutrition education focused on My Plate. So I have the awesome honor of coming out coordinating these classes. We rely a lot on our awesome volunteers. We have so many great volunteers that go above and beyond to really make these classes happen, and they build relationships with our participants in the community, and it just is a really beautiful way to come together as a community and empower one another. And most of the time we end up learning way more from our participants sometimes than I think that we teach, but it is such a great organization to be a part of, and I'm very thankful for this opportunity. I think that we're all women. You guys all were super creative, and then you actually, you kind of made this the same thing, but you took a different take on it. And I'm really impressed that you both added fruit to your rice dishes too. That was awesome. And you guys had to work with limited resources. So I can see how now you can, when you're at home, you can look at your pantry and your fridge and have a vision and throw stuff together, right? Yeah. I believe. So I can't wait until you guys one day invite me over for dinner at your house. We just throw stuff together. So should we have everybody grab a plate and eat?
Yes,
and then
we thank you for blessing us with the insight of creativity, of being able to just throw foods together and make meals. Father God, we stuck together with no confusion, Lord. We just thank you for that. We thank you for Interfaith Food Shuttle coming out to show us how to eat healthy, Father God. We thank you for the angels that came through, April, Miss Rita, Kim, her husband taking the photos, Dr. Noel, Father God, my sisters, Lord. We're just here rejoicing and spending time and bonding and learning how to eat healthy, Father God. Just bless our hands that prepared it, let it nourish in our bodies. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Kim. And then we'll get the rest of these from the other ladies. We're gonna leave these.
We did it, girl.
Say cooking with class. Who can do it?
God can.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
We are equipping entrepreneurs for success, small business owners, and really anyone who just wants to get better results out of their lives. You realize that in order to get better results, you have to get better thinking. And with that, it takes a couple of things: better information and better association. So tonight, Trying Entrepreneurial Leadership presents Equipping You for Success. Again, helping you get better results in your lives, particularly in the areas of finances, in your personal lives, getting rid of those self-limiting beliefs, and then also professionally, how can you also help to lead others? So be a part of the group. It's going to be an amazing journey. We're building a community of educated, empowered individuals who love, support, and encourage one another on purpose. What Dr. Williams said is true. I don't want to be the expert in everything. I don't want to know everything. I want to get good at what God blessed me to do well, and then I want to outsource everything else that I don't want to do. Amen? And let the expert. That's why I called y'all here. I want to know what y'all do, so I ain't got to do it. That's what the whole purpose is. But Visionary Networking Circle, awesome group of girls. You hear the name Visionary. And they are visionaries, and so I just want to give them some opportunity to share who they are, what they do. They've been very instrumental in helping Triangle Entrepreneur come to where they are. So again,
I'm Kimberly Whitmore, and I'm Malika Beckton. Basically, Visionary Networking Circle was established in August 2014. Kimberly and I, we got together and we wanted to align ourselves with like-minded individuals. So Visionary Networking Circle came about, and we've been going strong for 2 years. We just celebrated our 2nd anniversary. So basically, we wanted to build a platform for business professionals and entrepreneurs, as ourselves, and wanted to basically come together and serve as a resource for each other, for people within our circle. So when there's someone looking for a forensic accountant, a lawyer, or a photographer, we will seek within the circle first.
Hi everyone, my name is Essence and I am a fashion stylist and fashion blogger from the Raleigh, North Carolina area. I'm so excited to be a part of Views from the Pew, and I'll be bringing to the show not only my faith, but I'll be combining that with my fashion, hoping to feed you from the inside out.
watching Nu Vision News, your small business, nonprofit information source.
Greenville's North Carolina Westgate Agreement is an attempt to build better relationships between the community and the law enforcement. Jermaine McNair, community organizer, shares his vision for the Westgate Agreement.
All right, my name is Jermaine McNair. I'm the founding director of NC Civil, the local nonprofit that works for grassroots development in underdeveloped communities. Well, what we had was the first component of a three-phase launch to what we're calling the Westgate Agreement. This was the launching and the first directives given for the mentoring component, which is a very important part of this project, but I wanted it to function kind of on its own, and it will have its own directives and its own vision. So we had that meeting as a single unit tonight, separate from the other launch pieces that will take place. Well, the Westgate Agreement is, at the core of it, it's our solution to the community policing dilemma that we've been trying to overcome in many cities, almost every city around the nation. But around the perimeter of it and how it expands, as we answer that question of how we're going to serve in our areas where crime is heavy and issues are heavy, then we're going to end up solutions in several different aspects of our community. So it's going to be very expansive, very comprehensive, but the base of the agreement says for any law enforcement officer who patrols our community, and there is a specific zone for that, but any young person that is picked up or apprehended, whatever it is that they do, whether they arrest that person or take them to jail or not, that name needs to then, though, be transferred onto a list that is reported to the Westgate Coalition. So that list will come out bi-weekly, and the Westgate Coalition can begin organizing comprehensive services around the individual, the family, and the environment.
Some of these services include mental health, physical health, behavioral health, small business development, youth employment, and mentoring, and other group affiliations.
We'll have the power to be able to change young men's affiliations as we work with them. So instead of affiliating with this, through the Westgate Coalition, they'll have access to major key organizations who could use the young energy, and they could use the access granted to a greater society, because young men are looking for power, and they're going out and getting it in ill-advised ways. So what we're going to do is not just mentor them and talk to them about, hey, you need to be nice. We're going to give them access to the power. We're going to form the power by coming together and working with them. But we're just not going to keep them as little young men. We're going to convert them into leaders and give them access to the power of larger society. Again, this is a three-phase launch. So tonight was the launch and the first directive for the mentors component. 13 days from today, we will launch the coalition piece. And that is a lot more expansive, because it's mentors and people who are more of cultural advocates, people who are closer to the culture.
I don't have any personal involvement, but Mr. McNair, the program's founder, is a great friend of mine. This is a program that we've spoken about for some time now, so I'm glad to see that it's finally taken off and that it has a promising future. In my experience working at the courthouse, a lot, if not all of quite a few of the defendants that I have become in contact are from the West Greenville area, so to see that we have these different programs in place that would assist them in finding the legal system as not just a shield, but as a weapon on their defense, was a great program. I'm looking forward to seeing how it affects the community and seeing its great benefits and how it pays off.
So my name is Timothy Webster. I'm the Vice Chair of the Police Community Relations Committee. We're part of one of the organizations that's kind of putting this on this evening. And the importance of this is basically just, at least in our role, is bridging the gap between the police and the community to kind of have a good outlet for people to come in and talk about what's working, what's not working, and how we can improve that. And that's mostly our role in that, but we also empower people to come in and kind of speak and give their vision. We move around the city. And that kind of gives us all a good chance to change up the topics for what might be important in different communities and neighborhoods in regards to the police.
And the actual launch is going to be a ceremonial signing of the Westgate Agreement, where our police department our local judicial system, DA's office, all the different specialists and agencies who are coming to the table. We're all going to have a celebratory ceremony where we publicly sign this document, making this declaration. We're going to have artists and cultural performances. We're going to have the big stage out, business vendors, umbrella markets, a lot of things that are going to allow us to be able to celebrate the unity that has come together, celebrate the community being at the forefront of this movement, so that as all this outside interest comes in, that wave is still led by community members playing their rightful role and assuming their rightful positions, taking control of changing the direction for our community.
When it's all said and done, a year, 5 years, 10 years from now, what do you hope the impact will be from this particular organization?
Again, what I want to happen is access granted for our young people. But secondly, I want to change the entire argument for grassroots development. I want us to set an example that communities don't have to stand and pray to local government and the major institutions. They are meant to lead local government and the major institutions. And when we come together and take our rightful position and serve, by serving we lead. By not serving, we have to beg. So I want to change the nature of that conversation, because I believe that's the conversation that's going to change our economic future, our community's future, our families' futures, and the futures of our young people overall.
Since the taping, the Westgate Agreement has been signed by Jermaine and other community leaders. They are looking forward to implementing the program for bettering our community. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hello. Have you tried a bunch of techniques to make your life better that have just not worked? I remember trying yoga, meditation, exercise too much, going to church, nutritional supplements, the list goes on. And I still do some of these things, but what made a difference for me was transforming my mind. My wife and I offer services through our company, Impact Squared, that will help you get to the core of what's holding you back and make a change. Like our page for inspiration and reach out to us for a free consultation.
What's up, everybody? I'm Maurice. I'm one of your hosts on the show, Views from the Pew. And my perspective, I'm bringing you an old school flavor with a new school spin on it. So I was raised by my grandmother. I was raised in church. So we did a lot of stuff that we don't do today. We're going to talk about it on the show. I hope you tune in and I hope you tell somebody about it.
You are watching Nu Vision News, your small business, nonprofit information source.
Paul Grant is an educator in the Nash Rocky Mount school system. He has come up with an innovative way to teach and show his students how to enjoy learning.
First, my name is Paul Grant. The kids call me G-Rant, and I'm cool with that because when I teach class, sometimes I rap. And What I did was I came up with, I call it the G-Rant grammar attack, because whenever the subject of grammar came up, the kids were like, oh, Mr. Grant, we don't want to do that. It's boring. So I was like, okay. So I went back to the drawing board and see what I could do, and I figured out that the kids of today, their number one culture of choice is hip-hop music. So what I started doing was infusing elements of popular culture that they like hip-hop, art, video games, rap music, and put it into the lesson. Now, the grammar attack takes the 8 parts of speech, because in English there are 8 parts of speech, and I tell them, listen, pay attention, I will speak on each, and I go through each one. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. Adjectives describe nouns to make the subject clear. Master that. In English there are 8 parts of speech. Listen, pay attention, I will speak on each. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. Adjectives describe nouns to make the subject clear. I can be any word you use to describe. I can be any color, shape, texture, or size. And so forth and so on. And the kids, once they learn the rap, learn the rhymes, they learn the lessons, and they learn the parts of speech, and they learn their functions. I've also done the same thing with vocabulary. I call them vocab jabs. Like if you're familiar with boxing, the jab, is a straight punch to the dome. So I'm hitting them in the head with vocabulary, so I call it the vocab jab. We have a called Tiger's Night Out at Red Oak. And what we've done is we put together a video with the help of Brother Jay and members of the staff, Miss Sam Spain, Miss Dunn, and the kids at Red Oak Middle School, representing Nash Rocky Mount. And we just had a good time with it. And the goal is to empower the kids with education and entertainment at the same time. If you're familiar with KRS-ONE, Knowledge Reigns Supreme over nearly everyone, he had a record back in the day called Edutainment, and I consider myself sort of like a pupil of KRS, so I've taken that edutainment and put it in the classroom, and I'm sort of like in the front line of trenches for the war against ignorance. All right, it's Paul Grant, there's Mr. G. Rant at Red Oak Middle School, representing Nash Rocky Mount School System. And this is the place where we add the bass in your face so we can learn a little something.
As we bring this broadcast to a close, we would like to introduce our motivational moment, brought to you by DG McGee. She's an entrepreneur, motivator, and a leader. Her passion is helping you find yours. Here's your motivational moment.
This is DG McGee of DG McGee Motivates. Thank you so much for watching. I wanted to share this with you. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. I want you to think about that. That is a large number of seconds. That's a lot of time that we all have access to. And I want you to monitor and just watch what it is that you do over the course of one day. Are you maximizing your time? Are you fully reaching your potential at the end of the day? So when it comes time to go to bed at night, are you saying, yeah, I did that. I accomplished that. I checked those things off. I achieved my goal for today. Are you able to say that? Think about it. What are you doing with your time? What I want you to understand is this. God's gift to us is time. Our gift back to him is what we do with the time that he allows us. Think about it. I want you to think about what you're thinking about. I want you to think about what you're doing, and I want you to maximize every second, every moment of every day. So at the end of the day, you can check the box and say, yes, I was able to do that. I was able to accomplish that. Because when you see successful people, they don't get any more time than you get. They don't get 90,000 seconds. They get the same amount of time that you and I both get. Being successful, I want you to also understand, does not mean being rich or being, having a whole lot of money. Being successful means to achieve your dream, your goal, your passion. I can't do what God gave you. He gave it to you. And you can't do what he gave me because he gave it to me. Stay in your lane. Let's focus and do what we can do to maximize our 86,400. This is DG McGee of DG McGee Motivates. Remember, motivate, empower, and inspire someone else today.
Our videos are sponsored by my daughter's company, MellowCustoms.com, for your custom designs, as well as my company, BangandBangles.com, for your jewelry accessories.
Thank you for watching, and remember, be kind to each other. See you next time.
Hey, I'm Jennifer, one of the hosts on the show, Views from the Pew. I am so excited because I am your Chicago girl, so I'm going to give you a little bit of spin, not just from Chicago, but also from the gospel, because I am a minister of the gospel. So I'm looking forward to being able to share, and I'm looking forward to you being on the show with us. So make sure you join us. We're looking forward to seeing you.
You are watching Nu Vision News, your small business, nonprofit information source.